Hi, this is my view on how Apple is driving educational transformation. The world, I think, now is divided into two eras, and the pivotal year is round about 1992, when the internet became commercialized, and it divided the world into two eras: the legacy world, and that is the pre-internet era, and the transformed world, the post-internet era, where things, it doesn't really matter what they are done using the internet. And since that time, we have seen an accelerating trend towards everything being done on the internet and fewer tasks being carried out using a legacy model. Let's look at some industries that have been transforming. First of all, music. Television, that is the BBC iPlayer. Publications, EPUB books, and more importantly, in my opinion, iBooks author books. And finally, education. That is iTunes U, which provides many courses which are free through the web. What we can say is that all of these are digitizing. And in terms of progress in educational form, I'm going to give a tick to the first three and a cross to the bottom one, which is the amount of educational transformation in education that I have observed in Ireland. Let's look at the legacy model of education or teaching. Right at the centre, we have the teacher. And then we have the pupil. And the legacy model operates by the teacher providing instruction and support, and the pupil learning through interaction with the teacher. Fine. That's the way it's been for years and years and years. It has changed a little, in that although the teacher is still rightly so the dominant force in education, the teacher's work has been augmented by the iPad, and I think both made more fruitful, easier, and leading to higher standards. Helping this, or indeed essential to it, has been the web. And contributing to it are free courses on the web, for example, through iTunes U. And contributing to this again have been the iBooks author books. And contributing to that again has been the stack of library books available through Kindle and through Apple. All of these integrate together. They are linked. They are linked intimately so that each element there can interact with the other. And note, the teacher is linked in as well. In fact, the iPad becomes the mobile learning hub. Let's put a little more detail in. Let's put in the pupil. So the pupil will still have the interaction with the teacher, but in addition, the pupil will then obtain information through her iPad and contribute information through the iPad. The teacher will also contribute information to the iPad and receive information from the iPad. So we have a total integrated system. So let's look and see what can be achieved using the transformed model. Number one, studying is facilitated and enhanced. Number two, creativity in the form of essays and projects, all that sort of thing, is enhanced. And there are two additional benefits. One is the globalization, where the student receives information not exclusively from the teacher, but from the world. And communication, both communication in the subject area and also social communication, so that we have an entity here, which is partly based on the teacher and partly based on the web. Let's look at the effects of that. First of all, here's what the legacy model, in my opinion, contributes: study and creation leading to academic success. The transformed model also has study and creation, but it also has globalization and communication. It, in my opinion, greatly enhances the whole educational process. Let's look at legacy and transformed practice in one dimension only, which is how people study. I think there's two types of studying. There's legacy studying, which has happened for years, and there's transformed studying. Let's look first of all at legacy studying. Hi, this movie and the next one are about legacy and transformed studying. What is reading? Well, when I think of reading, I think there's two types of reading. First of all, there's reading for pleasure, and then there's studying. And that's usually preparing for an examination or learning something. This is the area on which I wish to concentrate. I think there are two types of studying. There's legacy and there's transformed. Legacy studying we look at now is illustrated using chapter 1 of the book, Publish Using iBooks Author. This is the way that book looks in legacy form. I think it's in black and white and absolutely lacks what I would call colourful vitality. Now let's think about studying what it involves. It involves the following: copying something, for example, a word or a phrase to somewhere. It may involve defining something, to find a word or again a phrase in a dictionary and find out what it really means. Highlight something so that you have your attention drawn to it when you return. Make a note on something for yourself or indeed for someone else, and to make it on a note card. To search for repeats of a word, to see how often it occurs, just to build some meaning around that. Or it could be to share something that you found with another person in a study group or whoever, by letter or note, or whatever way you wish. Here's the way legacy studying takes place, in my opinion. First of all, copy this. Copy the exact words into your notes. The next item would be the definition of EPUB. What does it mean? You may need to look it up in a dictionary. The next one is to highlight something, because you may wish to return to that when you're rereading this particular part of the book. You may wish to make a note on a note card of what this means. And I've put a note card down there saying rich equals movie, interactive equals reader involved. The word golf, you may wish to find out where that is repeated, and you need to flick through the book to find out where it is. And finally, you may wish to take a section of the book and send it to someone. In this case, because this part of the book is about golf, I want to send it to a local professional golfer. And that, in my opinion, is how legacy studying works. The transformed book looks quite different. It is, in my opinion, full of what I would call colourful vitality. Indeed, it's alive with colourful vitality. And that colourful vitality can be illustrated by looking at the legacy format and the transformed format. I think there's no comparison. I now want to go on and look at transformed studying, which will be in the next movie and based on the same material. Thank you, and goodbye.